of course, we continue to look at the changing of chairs in the African National Congress, with a new mayor coming in Mangaung. And now we possibly are speaking of a new premier in the Northwest Province, of course, providing that this matter is finalized and the current premier resigns if he will. Let's talk to that now. We're joined, of course, for this conversation on the resignation of Job Mokgoro by Freddy Sonakile, as well as Mothusi Montwedi, DA and EFF representatives with us here tonight. Gentlemen, good evening and thank you very much for your time. Mothusi, let me start with you. I mean, is this just a political football for the ANC at this particular point, or is there any substance to the changing of guard in the position of premier?
Well, thank you very much. Greetings to you, to Sonakile there, and also to the viewers. Look, as the EFF in the province, well, we welcome the removal of Professor Job Mokgoro, if indeed he will be removed or he will resign. But we must make it categorically clear that this is no victory to the people of the Northwest, where one would hope that issues of governance would actually be prioritized now going forward. This is a victory to a certain faction in the ANC as led by Cyril Ramaphosa. We see Ramaphosa putting on his people. That's why there are so many infightings in the ANC. So this is no victory, Thabo, to the residents of the Northwest. The greatest victory that we will celebrate as the residents of the Northwest would be the total removal of the ANC in power, because you'll agree with me that the Auditor General has made a number of findings about the state of local government, the state of provincial government. Everything is collapsing. So the only remedy to the collapse of services in the Northwest is the total removal of the ANC in power. So we welcome that removal of Job Mokgoro. It's not a failure of Job Mokgoro as an individual. It's failure of Job Mokgoro as a deployee of the ANC. Yeah. So the ANC should be able to take some also account, because the ANC has failed through Job Mokgoro as its deployee in the Northwest, for them to actually look into the issues of delivering services to our people.
Your view of the premier-designate is being held by the ANC's interim provincial committee as someone with extensive experience in civil service.
No. I don't know what is civil service. Maybe the ANC must explain. The incoming person is a businessman. Business is all that he has done in his life. The chap does not have any understanding of systems of government. The chap is still going to come and learn on how government works. He's a man from the business sector. This is also an indication that it is now filtering down. The ANC is led by a businessman who's most of the time obsessed with clinching deals, or a man busy with transactions. Now he's bringing somebody else who's also somebody who has been in the business sector, who's coming here with his own interest, which may not be the interest of government, which would be their selfish, narrow interest of wanting to see to it that they continue to dry the coffers and use taxpayers' money. So he does not have any experience. And when the ANC missed an opportunity, they had an opportunity in Women's Month to emancipate women. They missed that opportunity. They interviewed apparently 2 capable women also from the Northwest, whom, if the ANC takes the issue of women emancipation serious, they should have at least looked at them, because they've got a well of knowledge in government. They served in various government. The person who's coming in now, even at a lower level in government, has never been there. It's his first introduction, but this is no surprise, because the ANC has been deploying administrators to provincial government and to local municipalities who do not even have knowledge of government. That's why the Section 100 intervention in the Northwest has failed. That's why the Section 139 in various municipalities in the Northwest is failing, because they take somebody who does not have a clue and bring them into the system of government for them to be able to deal with these things. Right. So we're not happy, but not of the choice of person. We're not happy because this choice of person knows nothing about government.
Freddy, let's bring you into the conversation tonight. Freddy Sonakile with the DA tonight. Your view on the appointment, firstly, for the exit or so, if it is going to happen, of Job Mogori. Is being accused of really not being in touch with the party's interim committee and not following instructions and so on and so forth, and pretty much contributing to the demise in the state of affairs in the Northwest Province.
Thank you, Thabo. Let me first greet you, greeting Mothusi and the viewers at home. Thabo, you remember that Mogori came in as some sort of a compromise in 2018 to try to stop the fire that was in the province, in particular in Maape. But when you look at his work, when he came in as the premier, it was also at a time when Section 101B was introduced to various departments, I think 6 of them in the province, including the Office of the Premier. So among the engagements that we've had with Mogori in the Portfolio Committee, he had a number of frustrations. There was the ANC IPC here sitting on the corner giving him instructions. Some of them, he would term them as illegal or irregular. Then there was this intervention team that is still there, that is led by Mr. Mpanza as the administrator. That also compromised of decisions that come from the minister. By then it was Mchunu, and the team that has been sent there. Then there was Mogori with his EXCO as well, trying to also come up with their own solutions. So it has been a three-way power struggle between the three. So I cannot really fault him that much, because even in every meeting when we ask him on the dubious appointments of HOTs or stuff like that to say, why are you doing this? Why aren't you following laws here? He would say that some of these decisions were taken in Pretoria on our behalf as the Northwest.